Welcome to the Event Atmosphere Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Jeff. This is
Giancarlo.
And yeah, every week we'll be talking to you guys about tuner culture, car culture, and why we know more about it than you do, or what we don't know about.
Right, and what we're going to learn.
That's it, yeah. We're going to learn a lot, especially today we got some EV stuff I don't know anything about. But yeah, every week we're going to talk to you guys about a couple different things, some news, headlines, what's been going on in the tuner culture world. We'll talk to you guys about what we've been up to the last week or so, and then we'll have a main topic, which today's is USDM versus JDM.
Yep.
So excited to talk to you guys. Hope you'll go tune in with us and join us, and I'd love to hear anything you guys want us to talk about. I'm sure you have some ideas churning, so please comment below. I'd love to see it. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you're listening in, you could probably just email us. We don't have an email yet, but
no, we will.
By the time you hear this, just look
sure
at
we'll
that episode notes. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? But yeah, we figured this is the first podcast. We may as well introduce ourselves, talk to you about where we come from and why we're here, and then we'll just get into it. So without further ado, I feel like I should pass the mic to you. You got your own mic, but take it away.
I do, unless you want to give me that one.
Take them both.
Yeah, I've been in cars for quite a while. I was 18, maybe 16 or something, and then ever since then I just progressed and screwing things up and learning kind of more and more as I go. But I progressed to where I am now, and I never stopped. But that's it. I don't know. I build a lot of cars. I do a lot of fabrication, and along the way I learned a ton, which is good. And I sometimes, as much as I can, to like pass along the knowledge to my friends and shit. You know what I mean? I think that's how it should be.
Yeah. I feel like you always have somebody's car, whether it be like your brother or your buddy, or either there at the shop.
Well, I hate to see people get ripped off. It literally pisses me off. You know what I mean? So I try to like tell people like, hey, go here, or look at this, or you can buy this, or
you can do it yourself.
We can fix this, and do, you know what I mean? Like, I want to help someone rather than like see someone get screwed. It really irks me, dude.
Boils your blood.
I hate it. I don't know why, but it just whatever.
Yeah. Do you think you have a very variety of cars that you have or have had? Do you feel like there's like a favorite like niche or like style you like?
No, I get bored a lot. So then I want to be a little diverse. So, you know, I have a Nova 73, and then I have a 90 GTR. You know, those are totally opposite. You know, and then I have my Euro. You know, right now at the moment I have a 95M, and you know, jumping around through each of them is like jumping timelines.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, they're so different. You never get bored. Yeah, you know what I mean. So, and plus with that, you have to break shit and fix it. So now you're just learning more.
Yeah, about a lot of different stuff too,
which is fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. One more question I got for you. Nothing newer, nothing later model. It seems like for you. What do you think like the newest car that you've like really modified or play with?
Probably the Celica.
What year is that?
77.
Oh no, newest.
The newest,
most recent, like highest year model.
The 95, and the M. I don't know. That's probably the latest one. Yeah, that's it, dude. I try to keep it under 95 because of emissions. But everything that I do, you know, that I have to mess with, if it's my old lady's car, like, I don't want to do it at all. Like, it sucks, you know? This wire goes here, this sensor, plug this in, this code. It's just like,
it's a lot.
You become like a first timer. Wow. Yeah. So, how about yourself, Jeff?
Shit, me?
Yeah.
I'm Jeff. Thinking back, I drove a Saturn Ion in school. It was pretty sick. And then since then, it's really been like I'm definitely a child or a product of the Fast and Furious.
Oh, okay.
So my buddy Josh, actually, that I was able to sit down last week, he's the one who really got me into cars. First like quarter mile trip was with him.
On the track, right?
Yeah. First like car, like I've not done a burnout in his car, but like he was doing burnouts in his car. He had a 91 Formula Firebird.
Okay.
Like red. It was
Eye-opener.
Pretty sick. Yeah.
What's that noise?
Yeah, and so like that got me into it, and then I think I was always thinking about cars, but I think I took like a bit of a hiatus through like between like high school and getting into cars. Yeah, I'd pick up like tuner magazines and stuff like that, like when traveling, but I still
what was the first car that you like modded?
Yeah, so the 2011 Super WRX was the first one. So with that, I picked it up. I wanted white, and they called me like the day after I went in to check it out, and that was when the tragedy in Japan, like the tsunami that took out the power plant.
Yeah.
So they were like, we're not getting any for a very long time, and if you want one, we have a black one coming. That's the only one that's available. So I said, I don't want a black car. I'll wait. Like 15 minutes later, I called them back. I was like, I'll take it. So that was the first one. Did like an intake, access port, exhaust, like a big old annoying N1 exhaust. And I was pretty hooked. With the access port, I was definitely hooked. Like
the tuning aspect of it. You just diving deeper.
It was like you press 2 buttons and you got a boost in power. So that was really cool. But yeah, since then, like mostly Subaru, definitely like Japanese cars. But my recent venture into Toyota has definitely got me thinking more about what else is out there. It's pretty cool.
It took you a little bit, but you branched out from the Subaru.
Yeah, it's still part of my heart. I still own one.
I mean, myself,
surrounded by them, but
when my first car was that. It was an 02. You know, WX, like when it first came out, and I branched away from it. And I always wonder, people who have the Subarus first, like when is the tipping point where they're like, screw this thing, I'm going to move on. You know
I don't. Like, is it the first motor? Is it the
no?
The Facebook haters.
Yeah.
It's like everyone talks about the weak points.
So, what made you go to Toyota instead of something else? You know what I mean? As far as like Nissan, let's just say, for instance.
Honestly, and like we're gonna get into it with the news section. It just seems like Toyota is more performance driver oriented than any other car manufacturer right now. I have to say,
even the Euro, because I know the BMW, the M's are like pretty connected, driver connected.
I mean, for the price point, I guess.
I've not driven what you've had.
Yeah, I like that. Is that F80 is the new one? What's the new one?
Yeah,
the Piggy.
I don't know, but those are the ones that are like not driver connected. I think it stopped in 2002, but anyway, regardless of that, we'll
get to all the juice later. But yeah, I like the Toyota a lot, and I think what they're doing is special, and I know a lot of people don't like it, but but we'll see. I still like whenever I see a cool 2022 WX,
same,
the one that I traded in, I'm like, should I have done that?
No,
I like it.
Don't go back.
Yeah, through the whole podcast, you guys learn a little bit more about us and what our backgrounds, what we're into, and what we love, what we hate. But this next part, we wanted to just kind of fill you guys in with what we've been doing the last couple of weeks. So you've been busy. We were going to do this last week, but
I've been
here we are a week later.
I'm a tattoo artist, so it's very hard for me to get like any time to myself. And when I do have any time, it's in the garage. And if I'm mingling with people, it's at like some kind of car show or anything I can like get to. So there's really not too much time to do anything else as far as this.
Yeah, for sure.
What I mean? But this is needed. I feel, you know what I mean? And it's a fun
Therapy.
get away from out of the garage and just do something different. You know what I mean? So, I've been wrenching a little bit. I've been really trying to help other people. One of my good buddies has his E30 in my house that we're swapping the engine, and a couple of my friends are helping with that. So that's fun. New chassis. I don't know shit about that. But I've been trying to like put my stuff a little bit on the back burner to help others, and or start a little something myself, which I have no idea if that's going to work or not, even if I have time.
It's on the record.
Yeah.
It's happening now.
Oh, God. All right.
Signed till delivered.
Yeah. So that's it. Doing some stuff to the property, another garage I'm putting on there. But that's all, dude. And I think this winter I'm really going to like focus on like that stupid Celica. It's a thorn in my side, dude. And it's got to get done. So
it's sweet.
It's
Beams motor, right?
It's beams, yeah. But I should have just left it alone instead of went like so.
Everything, man. That's everything.
But how about yourself, man? What do you got going on? And also, you have any winter plans?
Winter plans?
You know how winter plans are.
Finishing the 2J for sure.
Yes.
I want to get that running by the fall, but we'll see where it's at. Right now, like the guys at Boosted pretty much finished like everything mechanically. It just needs wiring now.
Well, tell people what it is.
Oh, we did a little sneak peek video a few weeks ago, but excuse me. But yeah, on the Circuit Demon channel, I have like a full build walkthrough of a 2JZ swapped 2007 STI with a 04 front end, so it's kind of like
that's the way, man.
A Frankenstein build. But on top of that, 2JZ VVTi motor, G40 turbo, T56 Magnum trans, all custom carbon fiber drive shaft.
Motec,
Motec, and then Nissan R200 rear diff. So it should be cool. it's been like a 3-year project. So
Yeah.
excited to get it out. Excited to rip a Bernie. I've only had all-wheel drive cars
Oh, really?
besides the Saturn, which was front-wheel drive and wheel hop like a bitch if you put any gas through it. So yeah, it's gonna be
It's
different.
another animal.
It's gonna be different. But looking forward to that. Yeah, I told them I'd like to do the wiring just because
Yourself?
with circuit. Yeah,
Okay,
I think
yeah.
at least like most of it just to figure it out.
For the most part, dude, look what you're doing here.
Yeah, that's why I figured I kind of wanted to do it. But yeah, and then the whole like wiring harness thing, like who does like rye wire,
Wiring specialties?
yeah, like all those. But it's cool to like watch Heartstock. Cool to watch them do that. So
Yeah.
I
It's intense though. I've seen
Yeah.
some shit, like if you do it like 100% NASCAR legit, like it's really intense, dude.
Yeah.
I try to stay away.
shake and bake it. But yeah, as far as other stuff, we went to Watkins Glen 3 weeks ago now.
Oh, right.
That was awesome. That was my second full track day.
Did
stuff.
you just go? There was one this last weekend.
No, I saw Kevin
Didn't
from
time
Speed
out?
Shop went, but yeah, I didn't go. So yeah, there's a bunch of different. If you go to like HPDE junkie.com,
Yeah.
Like you would search by like track, by area, by
The whole year.
organizer. Yep, and it tells you all the events. So that's what I used to. My buddy Connor told me about this one, Track Masters. So it was awesome. It was great. Tires were held up great. We did like track pads for it, which like the brake fade wasn't bad last time, but it was definitely like not great on the factory pads.
Were you pushing it 1 to 10? Were you pushing it like a 8, 5? Or were you trying to
No, like so the first like 2 laps, I always take it easy.
Yeah,
The instructor's like, you can go a little quicker, and I was like, I just want to like make sure we're set.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, I mean, towards the end, I was probably at a 9.
Oh, you're getting
I was juicing it. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it felt great.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, dude. It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun for sure.
So yeah, I want to get more into it. I want to get like a data logger for like where you are on the track.
Oh, cool.
There's like the Garmin one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $800, but like you put it like on your dash. It records the track. It records like all your different lines. If you could have it like sync up all your different runs and like create like what was your fastest overall time. So like say like on run like 3, the first area of the track you were really like the fastest, and then like their 6th run, the middle part was the fastest. It'll actually like jump cut all the different video clips together and the data. It'd be like, if you just repeat this, which you've already done yourself, it's not unattainable. This would be like your fastest.
I think I've seen some layover videos like that.
It's really cool. So I when I get some money built up, I might grab one of those. But it's fun, man. I'd love to go more often. It's like it's a little expensive, and
it's a lot of time. Like these dudes that do it are fucking dedicated.
Yeah.
I mean, as we are with other things, but they are with that.
Yeah, we met a couple guys we weren't in like a paddock space, like a garage space. We just like brought the tent for shade. But there was like 3 guys. Angelo, I met. They're all from Canada, but one of the guys was like super cool. I met him at Walmart the night before, but all 3 of them had like GT3 cups. And each one of them had like their financial planning business on the side of it. I was like, you guys are writing things off the right way.
Yeah. Now you know what to
I
do.
write off McDonald's when I take the guys on a fucking show trip.
That's it.
But it was really everyone was awesome. Everyone was like super cool.
It's a whole nother crowd to meet.
Yes,
which is exciting.
Very different crowd.
Because it's the same thing as going to that hardcore happening. It's a completely different crowd than like your boys and the dudes you hang out with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're just like, they're pretty wild. You know what I mean? And it's the same. The track guys, I went to a couple track events, and they're a different crowd. The conversations are different. The people are different. What they're interested in are different, which is exciting to just talk about different things with new people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of doing the same old shit every weekend, mundane stuff. You know what I mean?
Yep. Wow. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. So I don't know. Do you have any plans the next like week or 2?
No, I'm gonna clean the garage out and start getting things in place. You know what I mean? And I also need some more equipment in there for machining and whatever. But we'll see what happens. You know what I mean?
Tight.
That's it.
Yeah, I want to get the little Mustang. You guys might pick that up on the mic. It looked like riff raff driving.
It's funny
Like
sound.
it was.
It's funny sound of these things.
That's true. But yeah, I think I want to get the GR Corolla tuned really bad.
Yeah.
Instead of the JB4, and it's
So,
like hit or miss.
is that an off-the-shelf tune? Not the J4, the new tune that you're talking about?
Accutech, they I think
Is that the same-ish type JD4 stuff?
no, it's not like a module. It's like it plugs an OBD. Like right, you know, like it's what do you call it?
Reflash.
Yeah. The factory
Is that
ECU.
Reflash?
Yeah. I think right. You viewer. Did I say that wrong? But yeah, I really want to get a tune. But the issue is we want to film it. We want to go up there and film it for the business. Cool. But
that's good, yeah.
the big issue is like this month is just a wreck. Like Jordan's away on his honeymoon. I'm going away for a wedding the last week of the month.
And
then
next
everything in between.
Next month.
Yeah, so we'll figure it out. We'll get there. But yeah,
that'll be exciting.
There's some news. There's some news in the car world.
Tell us, Jeff.
I'll tell you.
Live under a rock.
Oh, I'll tell you. So let's go with the. I heard this today, so I saw this was coming out. The new Z, the Nismo Z. Have you seen this? Beautiful beast.
I saw the one when it like first was concepted.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, I'm in. I'm a Nissan guy.
Let me tell you something though. Transmission, it's one option. I'll let you guess what it is.
Do I have to? I mean,
Yes.
I already know.
What?
It's probably fucking automatic.
It's true.
DCT garbage.
Yep.
But what does DCT do?
What did it do to you? What has it done to you?
DCT wins.
Look at that shifter
Always.
though. Oh my! Like it doesn't even.
Oh, that's
Look at the text I put over it. You hover over it to inspect this abomination, and it says 420 OMG horsepower.
Is it?
So it's trying to I think it's trying to compensate. You know, it's like it's automatic, but it's 420 horsepower.
No, it's 420 OMG. Oh my god,
Sorry.
horsepower.
Sorry, LOLs.
I'm not in, dude. When I see that shit, I'm just not a fan. You lose your driver connection, in which I'm a fan of. Obviously, coming from, I stop at 95. I don't even buy 96. I buy 95.
Yeah.
But all the new BMWs are like that.
Yep.
All the new shit is like this.
New M3, you can get manual. M4, M3, M4.
Did you ever drive a assisted clutch or whatever they? Yeah, it's not even.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, I know this is the way, and this is what's happening and going to be happening.
Lap times are better, right?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Lap times are better.
What is it, 17 speed or something? How
Probably,
many gears it has in it?
Yeah.
But anyway, there's no competition.
Yeah.
But I just feel that it's a little on the boring side to drive. Although I haven't driven one, I can't say that at all with any truth. But when I just see it, I'm just like, eh. You're like, ooh. And then you open the door and you're like, eh.
Yeah. Wait, it's the R35, I was always just even if you like pull the engine output a little down, just if you put and I don't even know if that was their like reasoning for that. I think a lot of companies are starting to do that just because you're not going to roast a clutch or.
Did you drive?
Never have.
Dude, people beat the shit out of the GTRs.
Yeah, I bet.
And nothing goes wrong because of that.
Yeah.
Probably,
Probably.
The 32s and 33, 34, you can destroy shit pretty easy,
Grenade it.
But that car, the 35 is fast.
Yeah.
Tuned.
Yep.
Because of that.
Yeah, and I'm
in the same follow suit right here.
Yeah, I used to be one to like hate on autos. Like if somebody has an auto, like if you buy an automatic, like it's all good. Like I'm not gonna sit there at like a car show and like
who gives a shit?
rag on say it's their car. Like
who
cares?
It's not yours.
But at the same time, it's like if I were to pick, I'd like to have that option just for myself personally.
When I see an old car with automatic, and I'm like, this thing means business.
Yeah.
Like you.
Pistol grip.
They know something that you don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, besides that, like it looks great. Especially for like I don't know what the price point on the Nismo is.
I know for they're like 50. What does it even say? Sharp looking.
That's an IC. Yeah, look, it looks great. Interior looks mint, to be honest. I'm actually really wowed by the interior.
Tidy.
Yeah, I didn't see.
They like raise the doors. You know what that resembles? The 350Z, how they had the high doors to make the cabin look small, like it chopped.
Oh yeah.
Like all the Hellcats and shit that they did, the long ass doors.
Yeah. Price and specs, including Nismo. Excuse me.
Where is it?
$94,000.
What the fuck? I thought I was stretching at 50.
I thought the base ones are like
Oh, that's a Nismo one.
40, yeah.
I mean, the Nismo can't be that much different than the base one, dude.
Hold on, this seems weird. It says the Nismo is priced at $94,000 before on-road costs, almost $20,000 more than a standard Z. I thought the standard Zs were like 40. Something's wrong here.
Dude,
Car expert, get your facts straight.
Well, that'll stay right where it is.
Okay, now it says, okay, this one says 60. Maybe that's in Canadian.
Oh, maybe.
Their prices are all over the place. 9-speed auto.
9-speed.
Yeah, that's that. So yeah, it's cool color too. I like the lip kit with the red offsetting that bluish gray, seal gray. I would call that.
It's cool.
Arf,
I like it.
Speaking of Z's, this is old news at this point, but we haven't talked about this. The R34 coming over.
Oh,
I feel like I've not seen many, if I'm honest with you.
Here in States or where?
I feel like I would have seen more people posting about them coming over than I have.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people like one of the guys that I follow. He like went to Japan to check his out that he bought, and I was waiting for it to come here. But besides that, like I haven't seen like a lot of.
They're all locked up.
Yeah.
They're all locked in. What is this?
Big diesel boy.
Diesel boy.
Truck boy.
Jesus. So anyway, dude, they all locked up, waiting. You know, either at some importer or whatever, and they've been there for not all of them, but I mean, upwards of 2 years. You know,
You think those people that are waiting are a little impatient and want to get that?
Yeah, but just stuck.
True.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I wonder what that's gonna do to the market.
Would it like help or hurt? You know what I mean? Like usually, like in economics,
Yeah, let's go.
if you have an abundance of a certain product, usually the price falls.
Yeah, but the other models, specifically, I'm saying, you know, like I'm with you on that. Like you may not fetch 100 to 300 anymore for these. You may fetch more in the 100 range, which is still insane to me. But I wonder what that'll do to the 30. I'm not even gonna say 33, just the 32s. You know what I mean? The 33 is.
You are an investor. You're invested. You're R32.
But I feel that the market kind of follows. It follows a Supra.
Yeah.
Like almost
seems like
identically. You know what I mean? Like if your Supras were getting 100, they're getting 70 now. Your GTRs were getting stock. They're getting 50, and you can get one for 40, maybe even 38. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But look at the Supra. You know. So when the 34 comes over, I feel that I don't know. I think they may level off at 40s to 45, the 32s, and everyone will be trying to sell because everyone will be trying to sell their shit.
True.
To step into that next, you know,
that makes sense. I didn't think about that at all.
I've owned a 32 for fucking 10 years, and now it's time. It's finally here. I'm gonna sell my 32, and I'm gonna sell my boat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to step in
Dodge Charger. Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
But I think that's what'll happen. And then when they do get there, it'll just be like too much to mod, or they'll understand the rareness of it, and it'll sit.
Yeah, I almost wonder. I don't want to go off on too much of a tangent. Like, what's going to happen to? Actually, it's a good segue to the main topic of like all the like ARC, right? Like all the rare JDM parts that they don't make anymore. That like that's the parts that shape the legacy of GTR.
People are gonna be after it.
Yeah,
I think the 34 land is where you really step into the rare bits.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like you're not gonna have an R34 and put reps on it.
Yeah,
you know or buy like aftermarket gay intakes. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna do that stuff. You're gonna say, oh shit, I have to put this on it because it's this. You know what I mean? So therefore, they're gonna seek out that stuff, and they're gonna that's to drive the price up of that.
Yeah, you know? You'd think so.
So.
All right, I got one more for you, Shorty. Oh no, that's for the main topic. The Ioniq 5. Whenever I read this fast, I want to say Iconic 5. This is the future retro punk looking Hyundai EV. They did a performance model of. So there's a performance EV. It comes in that sweet baby powder blue, baby's ass blue, with a red lip kit. And this, I do not have any stats on because they did not put them on their own website. I know people have posted them. It's a cool looking.
First thought, what do you think? Just the outside. and then we're going through the interior now. But
Baby Cybertruck.
I like it.
I do too.
I like it a lot. But I feel I like it for my girlfriend.
You want to date it?
No, I mean, I would not. I would not drive it myself. But anyway, the looks of it are cool.
It's cool.
The N, I don't like that. Did they change to that or something?
That's like their like STI or like M badge. Like all the Hyundai stuff is.
This is what it reminds me of.
Yeah,
New Balance. But it's not here nor there. Anyway, it looks good. The interior is sick as hell.
Yeah.
Go back, look at the display.
Okay, I
The
will.
center display. I like that.
Don't mind if I do. Yeah, that's sweet.
Right?
The seats are pretty sick too.
I just
Kinda
am
thin.
unsure of the back is cool.
Yeah.
I'm unsure of the
Oh, kicking the rear out there, dude.
I'm unsure of the what do you call it, the engine, man. Or
The
excuse me.
battery,
Power
the motor,
plant.
the motor, the EV motor.
How do you feel about this
I don't
this
know.
wave of push? Of
Oh my
like,
god, we're gonna get into that another time. I don't want to get into that right now. Let's go off. I think it's cool overall. Do you watch Goodwood Festival of Speed at all?
No,
Have you heard of it?
no, right
Oh
now.
fuck. All right, we're gonna
I have to go home and
cut and come back hour later. But it's like it's a lot cooler, but a lot of than I'm gonna describe it. But a lot of companies like bring out like their newest model, their prototype models in order to like showcase them. It's like a very prestigious. I'll tell you more about it later. But they would drive. It's like a hill climb that you do, but like brand new Lambos, like brand new
shit, no. That's
Rivian,
interesting.
like anything, like the craziest cars, or like historic old cars. But they did the hill climb with this, and while the commentator's talking about it, dude like runs off course and just nails the hay bales.
Awesome.
It was sick.
So, do these have skinny tires on pizza cutters?
I'm probably
because
probably,
it's fucking EV.
probably fuel economy is key. It's hard to see, but it looks.
Well, you know,
doesn't
like
look
the
bad.
X. Wow, what is that thing? BMW one. I guess apparently it rips. It's got like, 185s on it.
God.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
The little the EV.
There
you go.
i3.
Yeah. I something. It's a BMW, the little jammy.
Yeah. It's like a little hatchback thing.
Yeah, I
It's
heard
got
that
like
rips.
bamboo interior. Have you ever seen it?
I think it's cool. I mean, again.
All right, your future car next week. You'll talk about it.
Boy, yeah, we'll get into it. I need to learn a little bit.
Hell yeah. Tight. That's the news, really. I think that's what I got for you. How do you feel about that?
I feel good.
Good.
This is where we are now.
Yeah, main topic. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that later. We'll put up for now though. But yeah, JDM versus USDM parts.
Yes, get into it.
Let's get into it. So obviously we have two distinguished older gentlemen here. I'm at a ripe elder age of my 30s. So yeah, I think for us a lot of it is nostalgia, being from like the Fast and Furious era, and I think a lot of it too is just the magazines that I looked at, like everything that I looked at growing up, all these same companies that I wanted for myself, but I couldn't afford because I was a young boy. But yeah, I guess to kick us off, to start the subject, what are your when I say USDM versus JDM tuner parts, what does it give you? Painful diarrhea.
Yes. Well, I don't know. I mean, I was after the rare stuff when I was younger, so I don't know too much about the USDM aspect of it, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know what you mean by USDM. Like getting parts from here opposed to getting parts from Japan?
US-based companies versus Japanese-based companies. So as far as like Grimspeed or Cobb or Perrin is a US-based company that makes parts for Japanese vehicles versus like HKS or Cusco or
Yeah, I guess it depends. I would think it would depend on
Brid.
your platform.
Yeah.
That's what I think. If you have like a car that is from Japan, I feel that it should be, more JDM parts on it. But also, you shouldn't go buy parts just to say I have JDM part now.
Clout chasing.
Yeah, because that doesn't do anything, literally. Like,
I
how
almost-
is that better?
Yeah, I almost feel like
I get it, and I've done it, but it's a personal thing. But what does it do? The answer is nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I think for me, especially growing up with like, Perrin was like the
oh yeah, no, I don't know
the
about
shit.
it. I've been
Cobb,
there.
like that's like the go-to. As far as like Japanese companies, I feel like there's not really, as far as Subaru goes, besides like STI, like there are obviously HKS makes stuff for the GDs. Kuska makes a lot of stuff, but as far as like the parts you need to do like a stage 2+ build,
Yeah.
most of those are you can get for like all inside the States and be like very happy and make the power you want to make. I think a lot of it is just like a reach back to, I guess like nostalgia or like
I was gonna, mention that like some of them, the heavily known companies that are in Japan are older.
yeah,
Like HKS has been around for fucking ever.
Yep.
And you're trying to go buy HKS parts for your 2020, whatever you got, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
There'll be a select few. Not that I know everything that they offer now because I'm stuck in the 90s, but I would assume that like you didn't have a hard time getting an ARC box for your car.
I mean,
Did they make it? You know what I mean?
are they even around?
Oh yeah, they're still on. You can get parts new. You can get new ones.
I've never seen a brand new ARC part ever.
They make Brand Japan has them, but they take forever to get here.
I'm sure.
And I tried to get a used one, and that whole culture is insane. And some dude had like a bunch of old shit, like he was a collector, and he knew all about it. And he just totally like schooled my ass.
Yeah.
So they make shit for Evo still. They make
Yeah.
strut towers and stuff like that still. But regardless, back to what you were talking about, I feel, for instance, an ARC part should be on something from Japan, which
Yeah.
I understand like Subarus are made in Japan or whatever, but something more nostalgic, like for the 90s cars, they should go on that. But I think you don't have too many options other than to buy from USDM when you get into these new platforms.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's pretty much where your options are going to lie.
Yeah. I kind of break it down into like 3 kind of buckets as far as like the difference in parts. Like when I look for parts is like, one is price. Price is important,
Is
right?
that number
Especially-
one or just one?
No. But like if you're planning out a build, like you could have a very high budget, but you still want it to like do the best job without overspending. Yeah, I think it's like a good way to put it.
Right.
So, as far as like when, as far as like the rear diff for my car, I could either buy like a brand new rear diff and then have it retrofit with like the right ring and pinion and fluids and like rear diff, or I could just buy a used one, like the shell, because there's brand new parts coming in anyways.
Right.
So I know it's like a little bit different than, JDM versus USDM, but it's the same idea where it's like functionally, what's going to get the job done and still give me good performance. And even for me, it's a big thing, but I think in general, like price is definitely a differentiating factor for a lot of people. Is making sure that like their build that they have like as a whole, whether it be like wheels, tires, intake, exhaust, like everything kind of has to fit within that.
I
realm.
think it's the platform, what you're building.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and there is no, I think, right or wrong way, because if I have a 03 Cobra, for instance, I'm probably gonna put whatever has been done to it on it.
Be safe, yeah.
Same with the Subaru, same with the GTR. I'm gonna go gravitate towards the golden standard if I can figure that out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
Instead of try to budget build a GTR, for instance, and then end up with more shit.
Yeah.
Broken car shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess for people, it's like price, availability, and then technology. I think are probably like the 3 buckets that you look at as far as like the
Right. Breakdown of it.
So I think for like price, obviously the big thing with like rare parts, like some people, as far as price goes, they only want to buy the most expensive thing.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah. Well, it might be the best.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just rare. Maybe it's like, like they want to get the clout at the meets, so like whatever.
Yeah. I think the older I get, dude, the less I give a shit about buying the fancier shit.
You want to build it yourself.
Yeah,
or get like a fabricated piece.
Now, yes, but I mean, if I have an option to if I didn't have an option to build the shit myself, I would not buy things to impress others anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and that also will be another topic that we can go over. You know. But
you sure? I thought you were like big on TikTok. You do all the dances and stuff.
Yeah, I do. I'm pretty sore.
You're all about you're all about showing off.
Yeah.
I think availability is a big thing. I think for that reason, right? So like, I almost feel like having brand name stuff, maybe like 10 or 15 years ago, was cooler than having like a fabricated part.
Yeah.
Like if you made like if you went to a shop and they made your exhaust versus like an Nvidia or like a Cobb or like whatever, a Pexi or whatever, like it was less cool than having a brand name exhaust.
The reason for that is because no one knows back then. No one knows you built that from scratch.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing for clout is to film yourself making it, and then when you see it somewhere, you're like, I made that.
Yeah.
Look at my video.
Or even buy somebody's fabricated exhaust.
Yeah.
You know, or same with like other parts. Like it just seems to me like availability is like a big thing more now than it was before. You know, it's like Rare and what's the name of the Facebook group? Axel Foley, you're gonna kill me. But there's like a Facebook group which is like Rare Subaru parts, and like some of the stuff like Tommy Chiari oil caps or Arc parts. You know, like they on that, like Ganondorf, like all that stuff is like premium prices. Like, and the fact that like people pay that much, like you said before, the fact that people pay that much, it almost drives the price higher.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, like if that's justified, I'm gonna list mine for the same amount or more because mine's better condition.
The oil cap on the GTR is $600, and it's on eBay for $600. it's instant.
Check it out. What's the listing URL?
I can't tell you.
But yeah,
shit like that, exactly what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like I said, the older I get, the less I care about what's what. I want what works now.
Yeah.
After you've been through the hell, which people will learn,
making the part work that
you will not give a fuck anymore. You're like, this thing works and hasn't broken.
Yep.
I want another one.
Yep.
You know what I mean? On my next build or whatever.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and then I think technology is probably the third, and you alluded to before is like a lot of these older JDM companies, they don't have a lot of parts for the newer cars.
Availability.
But the ones that do, I was trying to think of which account I followed the other. It's like a reputable, like a larger Japanese company that have been making parts the same way since the 90s.
Like Greddy or something? Greddy's still cranking.
Yeah, it was somebody else, but like they were using. It didn't seem like they were using the technology that was like maybe It didn't seem like they were using like up to date technology to make parts for like the newer cars.
Oh, I see.
Like it seemed like I forget if it was like they had like a welding like jig or something like that. Whereas like I feel like a lot of companies now, especially like USDM ones, they have like robotic arms that do all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I almost wonder if it's like a lot of the JDM companies, because they are older than the USDM companies, they haven't adapted to the change, which makes it take longer and cost more to make than a lot of like USDM companies, which drives the price up and drives the availability down, and that's why there's still like such a coveted item from that company.
Maybe they're trying to like keep their nostalgia, which you get, but I mean, I don't think companies give a shit about that after you start seeing money.
For sure.
They're like, oh, we can get this done cheaper.
Yeah, I almost wonder though, the flip side of that is, are the parts coming from those companies as good of quality as some of the USDM companies that are making them?
Who knows, man? Again, it has to do with the platform. What are you building? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure, maybe I was just going to refer to like Honda parts, aftermarket parts compared to Toyota parts.
Yeah.
You know, aftermarket parts they're most likely the same quality. I just don't know in that land. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know who cuts corners more. I mean, I don't think anyone does. You know what I mean?
You'd hope not.
Yeah, we'll find out with the years to come, I'm sure.
That's true. I think we'll get into that in a second. But yeah, I mean, I think to me, it's like really cool to see like a lot of I feel like the marketplace lately has been more of like the small company, small seller. You know, like I said, like a few years ago, if you had like a Cobb intake or a Cobb whatever, like that was like the golden standard. If you had like a smaller company, like I think it was BNM. He does like fabric. I don't know if he's still around, but
N letter N.
Yeah.
There's a B&M shifters. I'm like, remember the old school?
no.
B&M shifters are
Is
for
it
like
BNM?
Mustangs and shit.
Yeah, it's this guy. He made like headers, up pipes, down pipes for like Subarus, like rotated kits, but like sick kits, like really good.
B&M? B&N?
Maybe, I don't know.
Are you talking about Subaru?
Yeah,
parts?
Subaru.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because they had the only downpipe that was like recirced, but it was like it was 2 pipes into
Yeah.
one. And I think that was the same company. I had one. It
Yeah.
was very hard to get. And it was hard to get back in like 2005.
Yeah.
It was hard to get.
Yeah.
So
It was like, I think it was like one dude that was just making that stuff. I don't know if it's the same guy, but even like nowadays, like have you heard of like Ray Motorworks
nope.
in Henrietta?
Here?
Let me pull this up, dude. Let me do a little.
No clue, dude.
Search.
Like, where have I been?
This girl that makes
Oh, I did hear about this. I know about.
pretty sick motorsports. Sorry.
I heard she takes a little bit of time. Like
Yeah.
It takes a long time to build to get shit done, but when it's done, it's like minty.
Yeah, I chatted with her like maybe the last week or the week before. But like really great looking parts, like titanium, pie cut. She does like custom colors through, I don't know if it's anodizing or burning,
No, you burn it.
but you can do like whatever, like she can do whatever colors you want.
I wonder what the pricing is like because
Not bad, it appears.
that's for an intake.
Charge pipe intake right there.
500. Yeah, that's at the top.
Yeah.
But hey, where else are you gonna go get it? Because guess who
Totally.
does that around here? 3 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, Tom, with the I forget his last name right now. He's got a newer Subaru.
Levesque?
Yes.
Yes.
He just had his shit done.
Yeah.
You know?
I've heard of her before, but he's very happy with it. But
He was
yeah,
like, it took a little while, but dude, went to pick it up today. It's fucking man.
Yeah.
And it was like legit.
Yeah.
Like you're not playing
Yeah.
games.
so yeah, I think like to me, like what I've seen, like on, I hate to say that I'm like big into social media. I don't think I am, but I follow it just for the business, just to know
You
like
have to.
what's
if
going
you're a business
on.
owner, if you're not screwing around with that, you're
Yeah.
in shot.
So, but yeah, I feel like, her, there's other people. I was talking to somebody about that makes like gas pedal brackets to like shift the gas pedal over to the brake a little more for the GR
Interesting.
acrylic, because it is pretty far over, like to heel
for
toe.
like heel toe.
Yeah. But he's making other parts too. But like I feel like a lot of these smaller companies that are making parts are really starting to take a cut out of like the bigger stuff, because like I said before, people just want the brand name. Now it's like people want
The custom.
yeah, and like keep it,
Yeah, you're right.
and having rare. And like to me, that's cool. Like I think that's great.
I think it's meant.
Yeah.
That gets people to be hands-on and do shit themselves, or appreciate
And understand the price.
part. Exactly.
Like we don't have a lot of people like try to barter with us for headlight stuff, but we used to have to like really, like stand up for ourselves, and people were like, yeah, man. People would like just straight up be like, why is it that much? Like you should be able to do it for this. Kind of crazy.
Then go do it.
Get on
Call
it,
me
dude.
back. Which you will.
Yourself, yeah. So I think it's cool, like the fact that like the value of time as a commodity is starting to increase.
And it started to fade because of these other companies.
Yeah.
That you know what I mean? You can get shit for nothing, and it's at your door from Amazon. You're set.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they don't understand what it takes to build quality stuff.
Yeah.
It takes
A Sharpie and hacksaw, brother.
that works in a file.
We got two car batteries for a welder.
Yeah.
Let's get
Cheap
it
like
on.
the hands.
I want to talk about something I'm a little passionate about, because I think it's
Passionate.
a bit of a plague in the Subaru marketplace lately, and it kind of goes hand in hand, like USDM versus JDM parts. So there are a lot of really great USDM companies that make Subaru parts, or other parts, I should say. I'm just like really locked in with the Subaru shit. So like they do a lot of their own research. They do all sorts of testing, flow testing, stuff like that. They make great parts. And I think there's another side of it. And most of these they're not going to be companies that rebrand these parts. They're going to be providers, like distributors. So I'm not going to give any specifics. But like the companies that resell parts from, Cobb, Grimspeed, Perrin, like all that stuff.
Resell or remake?
Resell. We'll get into the remake in a sec. Like some obscure movie reference remake. Insert here. Yeah. But yeah, for these, this is like this is something I've been seeing is carbon fiber, really cool looking interior parts, trim pieces, key fob holders. I don't like that shit, but people do. Exterior parts, lip kits, like cheaper than you've seen it before. And it looks good. Like the pictures look great. The quality looks like pretty solid. And it's under this brand name you've never heard of before. And you're just like, like this is interesting. And I think just to throw a name out there, I think Subi Speed really pioneered this a few years ago. Maybe, probably close to 2015, 2016, is having replica parts made overseas. This is allegedly for law purposes. Replica parts made overseas and rebranding it as their own name, whether it be an acronym or something else, and selling them and with zero information about the company selling them. So you can buy these parts. Usually you buy in bulk because you get a better price, or they only sell them at certain quantities. You buy them from China. They send them to you. You put whatever brand name you want on them. They could sell them pre-packaged. You just put a sticker on the box and say it's this company. And you sell it for 3 times as much as you paid for it, and people buy it. And that's something that's happening like daily right now. Like
this is absolutely crazy to me.
Really, it's
a great idea or whatever, but like this is crazy to me.
This is the standard for like Subaru. Like there are companies right now that are literally selling the same. There's 4 companies right now like selling the same part for around the same price, probably each trying to undercut each other, and it's the same thing. Dude, and people are starting to catch on to it, which is a breath of fresh air for me. Like, thank God. But yeah,
what does this do to the real manufacturer that they stole the picture from to use to sell their shit?
So just a little background information for Circuit Demon. We made our halos by like the retrofit source. Morimoto makes our halos for us. We pay a decent amount to get them made, but no one else can buy them. They only sell to us. They're exclusive. We control like the whole design process, what chips are used, like it's great. But the issue is we have to buy like a certain amount at a time. It's like a high amount.
Right.
But what happened was people wanted like addressable LEDs, like a different style of LED that I personally think is just garbage. Like I don't want to sell that because I don't believe in it, but other people wanted it. So they sent them over there. They had them made. You could buy 20 of these, which is like much less than we have to buy. And they're like, we'll sell you 20 of them. That's not a problem. We'll cover all the R&D costs, all the manufacturing, machining costs to make the part. Not a problem. And then after they make yours, they send it to everyone. Yeah, you want to buy these? Cool. We'll sell them to you. No problem. Not at all. That's where they make their money. If somebody wants to pay for it, then other people want to. So with this stuff, like to me, there's 2 sides of me on this. I think part of me is why can't, just like rep wheels. It's a lower price point. It looks similar enough, right? Like rep wheels, like the finish looks nice. It has a nice design. So what's the harm in it? What's the difference with the harm? I think the biggest issue with a lot of these parts is with rep wheels, typically you're not buying a wheel. Let's say ESR, for example, just to give you guys some reference. Like, they're cheap wheels. I'm not going to knock them like this.
They do have a line that's like a 3-piece line.
Yeah, and some of them look pretty cool. Like I had Rotas. Like I'm not, I've had multiple Rotas.
We all have had them.
Yeah, their XXRs trick me all the time, dude. So like they look good, but you're not buying a wheel that says like work on it, or like Volk. Like it's not stamped the same as like a genuine manufacturer, and it's getting packaged that way. Or like another name on it. With this stuff, it's a little different where it's like, yeah, like I think people should have access to this and pay like a fair price for it. But at the same point, like what is this doing to like the broader market?
I mean, listening to you, I can now grasp things more. As a business owner, that makes sense.
It makes money. That's what it does.
But it also makes sense. And it really kind of doesn't harm anybody, but in some sense, I feel it does. Like, where's your creativity or your patents? Like, they're fucking just shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the dudes are just, you know, taking your idea that you're amped to, like, no one has this. I'm going to tell these guys to make it. They make it, and then you're like, I don't want to sell it. And then you go online, and these chachis that you bought it from are selling for $20. You're selling for $600.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're done. Now you're going to sell your part that you made for, you know, 18, because they can get it for 20 now.
Yep.
And your idea was just fucking hoard out.
Yep.
You're done.
Yeah. I think the bigger issue is like people don't understand the quality. Like with some of this stuff, like they're overlays. Like
yeah, but is it still quality shit, or was that what you're saying?
Some of it is, and some of it isn't. Like I know for example, like
but it's mostly body shit and like
in interior parts, correct? Yeah, it's not performance stuff, but like
nothing structural that needs to be like. You know
no,
I mean?
But say for grills, like the new WRX grill, there's like the sports grill from Subaru, and it's like it's pretty pricey. But for like some of these grills, like there's bolts or tabs at either end that hold it in. And with the factory one, it has fasteners all the way across. So it fits nice and flush and good.
So it's like 80% there.
Yeah, it's like not quite there. Like I've seen people post on Facebook saying like, hey, like I bought this company, good companies grill that was, it's the same thing that 5 other companies make. And it overall, like it looks good, but I'm not happy with it. And I think what's going to happen is, unfortunately, I think a lot of people that buy these, whether it be like the resin, the clear coat, like fading over time, whether it be the fitment, whether it be like the fact that like these mirror covers like 3M, you have to 3M them on, and you might see like the bright World Rally Blue paint underneath it at certain angles. Like you're just not going to be like super happy with it. Whereas if you bought like a reputable company that had the full replacement part, but it's not like a cover, it's not skin.
The difference in price is so much where you don't give a shit about seeing a little bit of whatever.
Yeah. Or you could buy it
wavy
if it fades over time. You could buy another one, and it's still that cumulative less than.
That's that fucking Amazon mentality.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
it was that's like fast fashion. I don't know if you're familiar with that term, but it's like the companies that like they make the newest styles, like the stuff that's like really hot right now, and they just have like crazy bulk where you could buy like 10 pieces of clothing for like $100, like $8 shirts. And just it'd be like, in going into it, it's super cheap. It's not going to last me a long time, and I'm going to throw it out after the summer.
Right.
But like, I hate to be like that guy, but it's like super wasteful. Like think about like all like hundreds of thousands of pounds of clothing just getting thrown away in like a year because like
that's where we're gonna end up.
Everyone, mold me, dude.
No, dude.
I want a carbon fiber me.
Oh, it's terrible. I don't know. I understand it. I'm not in agreement with this.
Yeah, I get it too, and I think like for me as a business owner, like have I thought
smart.
about doing this?
Yeah,
hell yeah, dude.
Who hasn't?
I could buy these. So like the big thing is, so why doesn't a normal person buy these? Well, the big issue is you have to buy 5 sets. So you have to find 5 friends that want sets, or you buy 5 and sell 4. But if you're just some like random Joe Schmo trying to sell like a couple $100 carbon fiber parts, most people aren't going to buy them off you. A lot of these bigger companies, these resellers that get thousands of views a day, they'll buy a couple hundred of these and know they're going to get rid of them because that's what people want. So that's like that. It's almost like a disparity, you know what I mean? Like between people that want to buy stuff for cheap and people that can buy stuff.
Yeah.
I don't mean to go in like a bigger social structure in the world we live in, but that's where I'm at. I think overall, like, will I sell these in the future if I have the opportunity? People will buy them? Maybe. But to be honest with you, I think if I do that, I'm going to name the company that we label them under CRP.
Okay.
Sorry, PRC. There we go. People's Republic of China.
Oh, all right.
Like that's the brand name. I had thought about this already. I was like, if I ever buy this stuff, it's gonna be called PRC.
Yeah.
Like that's the brand name. It's just so people know, like, hey, like it's the same thing you're getting from everywhere else. Like it's all just made in China, which is fine. Like there's some stuff that's good quality, but
short story to this, which funny that we're talking about this now. I just thought about this. My old lady got 2018 Range Rover Sport, a supercharged V8.
Yeah.
And we needed one of the little vents on the side.
I saw you post that, yeah.
Dude. So look, it was $250 from the dealer, $250 online everywhere. And I go, what the fuck's happening? So I go, let me just dig in here. I go to my Amazon, I go to my eBay. I'm not spending $250 for a plastic vent. Like, it's ridiculous. So I go, oh, this is $50 to spend. And there's a ton of them on eBay. I'm like, all right, whatever. It's coming from God knows where, you know, 20, 30 days shipping. I go, whatever, it's $50 to get to the shop. It gets here finally 10 days after, and I look at it, I'm like, hey, that's pretty good. Rip the other one off the car, and look at the back, and it's got some double-sided tape, and I need to know where to put it. And I look, and there's a branded, Jaguar, of course, and then your Range Rover. And then I look at the other one, and I go, what the fuck is that? And there's like a spot or two that were like burned, melted off.
Yep, they just take a soldering iron.
Dude, and I was like, that's oval. And then I look at the other one, and I go, that's the fucking, Range Rover. I go, you gotta be shitting me. And
They mold it.
Dude, I was floored that it was legit the same part. Like, there's no question about it.
Yeah.
And this was $250, and this was $55. How does it even work? And living in America, you're getting fucked. That thing's coming over, and they're like, just send it to the dealer. Sell for $300. Whatever.
Yeah.
They got no option.
Yep.
Until you understand the quote unquote back door, all jokes aside, where you can get shit exactly the same.
Yeah.
Pretty much what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And this is new to me this year when I don't know about this shit. And when I found out, I was just fucking like, where have I been?
Yeah.
Just floored, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, some of it works out and some of it doesn't. And I think over time.
yes, I've had some that I got into garbage.
Yeah.
We all have.
Yeah.
But,
I think for a lot of the people nowadays that are modding their brand new car, like they're only going to have it for 3 or 4 years.
Right.
They're going to trade it in. They're going to get into something else. And is this the right thing for them? Maybe it is. Who's to say? But I guarantee you, none of these parts are going to be like those ARC parts. You're still spending $1,000 for an intake.
Yeah, but
25 years on.
I hope everything else doesn't follow suit.
100%
like they don't
agree.
do that to everything else slowly. And 10 years from now, those guys are shot and all their ideas are on this
butchered,
website.
cannibalized.
Yeah, exactly, cannibalized.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm interested to see where the modifications, car industry goes.
EV baby, iconic. I still want to say iconic.
Just say iconic.
Iconic 5. It's just an iconic car. Cool. I think that's it, man. I think that's what I got. I vented. Yeah. I feel better.
I'm gonna think about beer. These parts. They're fucking kind of bother me. I'm conflicted.
I sent. I'll wrap this up real quick. I sent hood vents for the GR Corolla over to Taiwan to a really good company to get carbon fiber molded. They're over there.
Oh God.
I just got them back.
You're in.
Partially. I still look for quality. These guys they do really good stuff, so that's why I went with them. I chose them.
Yeah.
They chose me.
Sweet.
Other way around. But
in time, we'll see how it goes. And it's exciting, and also
fade by Monday.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But cool. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. We're gonna do another podcast very soon, so be on the lookout for that. Like once I said again, holy crap. Once again, like I said, if you have any topics you want us to cover, any ideas for us, please send them in. Or I want to get some hot tips here. I want to get some hot takes on any news coming out, whether it be about aftermarket parts that are coming, new cars coming out, things that are changing. Love to hear what you guys have. You got anything for them?
That's it. Just stay tuned for the next one.
Yeah. If you guys want to follow us online, I am at Circuit Demon or at Hey It's Jeff with 3 Fs. And if they want to follow you,
it's by BYE401k _.
Nice.
Name, but that's what we're doing. We're just throwing our money away. Don't say for the future.
See you later. Tight. Cool. Thanks so much, guys.
All right, guys. See ya.
See ya.